Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the Beyond Bitcoin Show. Today is November the 15th. 2020, strong hand, long-term thinking. You can see my shadow there. Look at that. Look at that pointy nose. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. It's the Beyond Bitcoin show, so I should be saying stuff like conviction and personal responsibility is the new counterculture. And I'm trying to find all my notes here. I was at the end of my notes. Oh, yeah, it's been a busy day. I got to see my friend from college here in Salt Lake City. Unconfiscatable. Golden age. He's relentless. Strive for greatness. Principles over practicality. I'm offended by selling. Okay, dudes. If you have questions, I have answers. Type in Proud Zionist Jew. It's the Beyond Bitcoin show. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be back on the regular channel. YouTube is even giving me more problems. I cannot download yesterday's video. Saturday is going to be called from now on the Bitcoin Noise Show, okay? And so yesterday I officially changed the title. It's linked to below, the Bitcoin Noise Show. Please watch it. It was really a fun show. I can't get it onto podcast because I can't download it and turn it into audio because YouTube's giving me problems. Hopefully I'll be able to get that show onto podcast form and on the BitChute. But for now I can't. The only place you can see it, it's linked to below here on the backup channel. Hopefully I'll be back on the regular channel tomorrow. You roll with the punches here. You roll with the punches. You have conviction. You keep on putting them out there. I put out some old shows for the podcast people if they need to hear my voice. All right. I said hello, my elite friends. I said ask me some questions. I said, no, I didn't say 5-digit realm. And remember, play this at 2x, people, if you're watching this taped. And what is here? Okay, yeah, yesterday's show was great. So Biden's first move as president-elect, mask mandate for all. What? Because then it said, he corrected it. They said, the head of the Democratic U.S. presidential election, President-elect Joe Biden's coronavirus advisory board said on Friday there was no plan to shut the country down and that the new administration's approach will be targeted at specific areas. Okay, so those are two different things. Mask mandate for, well, no, he could do a mask mandate for all. He could say both things, shutting down the country, mask mandate for all, he can't do. Okay, it's a state decision. So here you go. A lot of people are angry about how the elections turned out. You shouldn't be that angry if you're a Republican because the Republicans did great in Congress and in Senate. But if you're frustrated, if you're independent or Republican or anything, Green Party person, this is what you fight over then. If he says there's going to be a mask mandate, or if he says there's going to be a shutdown, and all you states, I know I can't make you do it, but you states better do it, then you get into the streets, peaceful protest in your state. This is something to shout about, okay? Peacefully about. So we shall see if he attempts this. I don't think he, well, anything goes, right? And you never can predict these sociopaths, but I don't think he'll declare a shutdown of the United States, a lockdown in the United States. But there are many people demanding it. Many people. We'll talk about what's going on in Michigan. Mask mandate. He might try that one. That's much more likely, I guess. Now, the great Saifuddin says Corona hysterics seem to be forgetting they're supposed to be in a deadly plague because their TV is too distracted with politics to keep them hyperventilating. If the U.S. election drags on for another 2 weeks, it might just be the cure for corona hysteria. Well, wishful thinking there. Indeed, you're right. There were a lot of hysterical people over the election at first, but it's died down, and the media, they stretched it out as far as they possibly could, and look what they're doing. They're bringing up the virus again, and people are remembering the virus again. I mean, they wouldn't remember it if it wasn't for the media because you don't see, I mean, you walk outside, everything looks normal. I mean, you don't see people dropping like flies or anything like that. Yeah, I I personally prefer the people hyperventilating over the politics than over the virus. I wish the virus stuff would just they would stop focusing on that. But it looks like it's wishful thinking there. But in some states, you see, this is the glory of being in the United States of America. There are some state governors, despite all the nonsense on TV, they will have strong hands and not give in to some weird shutdown, which is just deadly. Deadly. A shutdown is deadly for people. People can't see beyond the numbers provided to them on TV, like how many cases there are. They don't understand, when you shut down someone's business, they go bankrupt, they get sick, they die, they commit suicide, God forbid. All right. Now, let's talk about results of these lockdowns and these crazy rules in certain states. Alzheimer's. The CDC data on dementia and Alzheimer's is truly disturbing. This is from Carl Denninger. There is a very notable increase directly related to isolation protocols. What is being done to these people is monstrous, and those in government doing it should all serve the rest of their lives in prison for it. Well, the second thing, let there be a trial and everything. But yeah, people have tossed their old people into nursing homes. They don't care about them. And some people do, but a lot of people don't. And they're forgotten about. So yeah, someone's got dementia in the nursing home, and they start to go down the tubes real fast. No one's really talking about it. No one's making a big deal out of it, but it's happening. It is happening. Isolation. I mean, talk to anyone who's been in prison before. They tell you about being in the hole, that type of isolation does to someone. Now, this is not as extreme as that, but if you're already having major brain issues, and you can't see anyone anymore, you're just seeing the same nurse over and over, and you can't see your family that you sort of remember or you do remember, yeah, you'll deteriorate really quick. But yeah, people know that, we need these special rules all over the place. Only one person visiting a hospital per day. And there's consequences. There are consequences that you cannot see. Okay, that you have to dig a little deep to do a little research, but it affects people personally in a horrible type of way. Now, we got a question for Taval. Just search YouTube to MP3 on Google and copy the link. It will download into audio format. Search YouTube to, well, dude, there are a lot of links. There are a lot of sites that provide that service. And some of them are really bad sites, dude, and put all sorts of malware on your computer. I had one that I trusted, and it stopped working also, like today. I wouldn't. The YouTube issue with having a problem downloading the video started like 2 days ago. Okay, then this site, it's not working right now. So I hope and I'll name you the site which I do trust and which is not working right now. It is called free YouTube downloader, u2convert.com. The letter U, the number 2, convert.com is not working. It's not working. And if it was, then the people in podcast land would be listening to yesterday's awesome show. Again, yesterday's show was awesome. You're a witness of that, Taval, and it's linked to below. You can watch it. And Arthur Pug is in the house. Good to see him here. Pound that like button, everybody. Biden's administration will be bad news for us Brexiters getting a trade deal. Well, he definitely doesn't support Brexit. He doesn't support Brexit. So it's in terms of having a vocal voice against, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people in England who really who think it's very important what the President of the United States says in terms of their country, which is really disgraceful. I mean, come on, don't be CUCKs to the United States. Indeed, we've got the best country. There's no doubt about that. But do what's best for your country, not what Trump says or what Biden says. But yeah, Biden will. Yeah, he's against the Brexit. Obviously, he will. The media that in England that is also against the Brexit and everything that deals with the Brexit will definitely hype up whatever Biden says to guilt the people of Britain into feeling bad about what they did and to further delay things and reverse things. So yeah, Biden's administration can't, change. They don't have any power over England, but unfortunately, marketing wise, they do, and it's Interesting point you bring up there. And Towers Comics says you could probably use OBS or another software to just record the stream and then dude, only so much time during the day, dude. And it was very easy the previous way. YouTube does not. It is unbelievable. Through the years, the product has gotten worse and worse. They can't just straight up say. Now, I'm sure for like ABC News, and this is not. I am sure of this. The tremendous, the large content creators, the corporate content creators on YouTube, they have good customer service, okay? And I mentioned this on another show. They have good customer service. They will not encounter problems like I'm encountering. But regular people that are not corporate entities, it's just gotten worse and worse. The customer services doesn't exist. But the product itself has gotten worse and worse. It has not become so they don't want, they have no use for people like us anymore. Now they can't say that. They can't say that or there would be a rebellion. But if they just treat us like dirt, and weird things happen like this, we'll slowly go away and they won't have to deal with it. And they've got plenty, they do very well off of the tremendous entities that put their stuff out there. I mean, it'll be like regular TV. I think their goal is to be like regular TV with a few extra content creators here and there. But they can't say that because there will be enough people to be like, wait a second, that's not, that. They have to gradually do it. And you boil the frog gradually, it doesn't notice it's being boiled. And of course, all these algorithm slaves are not noticing what's going on. YouTube is doing a beautiful job with their algorithm. Okay, in terms of them making profits, in terms of their end goal, they're doing a great job. It's not good for it's really bad for the people out there who depend on content, making content as their livelihood. Okay. There's a lot of people, they may have 100,000 people channels or even 200, 250,000. And when the algorithm changes, when they're not being promoted anymore, they might go from making $60,000 a year from YouTube stuff. Shit.